Yeah.
Okay.
But moving on, we're gonna talk about Ricochet, man. I want to play this audio here, and I'm gonna drop this on here. Ricochet buries WWE and says the company tarnished his wrestling legacy.
I think that the day that, we got called to Raw was like the worst thing that happened to Ricochet's wrestling career.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Despite, I met my wife there, I made friends, made memories. They had a crazy platform to put me all the positive stuff. But I think specifically for Ricochet's wrestling career, like that's where it took, it got blipped, and it like, because what I was doing and the trajectory that I was on compared to the trajectory that I got for those 5 years, and then how it completely changed the public's image of Ricochet and who Ricochet was. I really do think that 5 years was like, it just, again, whatever you want to say for the fame and the celebrity and all that side of it, I'm talking specifically the wrestling side of it, that 5 years really tarnished Ricochet's wrestling legacy.
So Ricochet further expanded on that on Twitter all day yesterday, for lack of better words, and he not only expanded on this, he was replying to people. He was naming other wrestlers who likely feel the same way, or you could say the same thing about their careers, possibly. He was taking no days off on people's ass. He was like, same thing happens to Balor, Shinsuke, Apollo, many others. WWE kills legacies and love of the sport. It's what they do best. He says, I do feel this way. Many others do as well. That company kills the love, and you end up being a shell of who you were and going through the motions. He said they don't. They haven't for a while. Even when I was IC and US champ, they meant nothing, meaning the belts. I'd argue El Generico has a better legacy than Sami Zayn. He said, they took my love of pro wrestling away. I'll never forget how I felt walking into work every week. And that platform was only to make others look good at my expense. I told them I'd rather quit and go back to the indies and make whatever I'd make there than to come back next week. Many discovered me at a time where my talents and legacy were being taken advantage of by a company that didn't really care about me. However, more people have been following me since before WWE and appreciate what they know I can bring and what I can do. No longer want to watch. He replied to somebody that said Bryan Danielson said he was disassociating in the ring during the main event of WrestleMania. Ricochet says happened to him every week. Like, I can't, and he kicked the hornet's nest with that stuff, and they went all over him. I had to embarrass a few fools on Ricochet's behalf on Twitter, just in hilarious fashion.
I saw that.
There was
Someone
one guy.
Like, well, why if he? Yeah, I saw your tweet. This person was like, they're big. They thought their dismount was like, or they thought they big face Ace was going to be, or big face Joker was going to be A. If he felt this way, why didn't he just quit? And then like you screenshot the tweet of Ricochet saying, "I tried to quit, they wouldn't let me."
Yeah, 500 plus likes.
All right, man.
And there was one other guy that was replying to me, like, because I put out something that basically said, "Hey, man, we should probably appreciate Ricochet's public vulnerability, because in wrestling, how often
no one ever talks like this."
Correct. Nobody talks like this. Nobody is either honest or in a safe enough place,
or cognizant that like, hey, it's two major companies to make a living. I don't want to piss off one of them. If where I'm at right now it isn't going great.
Right. And like, remember when Ricochet worked for WWE, he was a good soldier publicly.
Yes, he was.
Which was like almost
people was kicking his ass. It was kicking his ass in over some of the stuff he's doing. It was Seth Rollins light.
Yeah, and it was like he got no grace from these people after that. I'm like, when he was out here waving the flag for you and the thing that y'all claim y'all love and all this stuff, and it was just like, at the end of the day, you don't really care about Ricochet. Ricochet was like one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. A second, like before he ever walked in WWE. We got people in the comments right now. Ospreay and Ricochet were peers, and then Ospreay fucking lapped him. It was wild.
Yep.
And then like I remember I met Ricochet in 2017. I was like, "You're the greatest high flyer of all time." Like I was like, I don't care like about like Rey Mysterio no more. Like it's like the game's been moved forward. What Ricochet was doing, like. He's within every right to say how he feels about how he worked there, and then like you think about his career, and I feel like it's inarguable. Like, remember when they sent that man to fight Brock Lesnar in Saudi Arabia and just disposed of him like common trash, right? And then after that, Ricochet was just like, they had him trying to be a superhero, as Ricochet mentioned. They would send him out there to carry Logan Paul before. They was throwing championships on him to try to keep him, and he clearly didn't want that. And he was like, yo, I'm leaving the second this shit's up. And that was something else I replied. Somebody was like, he's been the IC and US champion. I was like, you are a mark. He is not. Like, what the fuck do these people think the Intercontinental Championship means? What do, like, this isn't 1988. What the fuck is wrong with them? Like, the US title. Nigga, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, like,
the US title in WWE.
Unreal, bro.
I ain't wrong. There's been some fun runs with it, but it's like that's nah, man.
Like these, like I don't know, man. Like from everything I saw with Ricochet yesterday, and then keep in mind, Ricochet is not the only one in that house who has a problem with WWE, and also how was treated on their way out of WWE. In Samantha, who, if anything, told me yesterday, James, the second she like decides to become a manager in wrestling, she's gonna have jump the guardrail heat from the fucking Fed Mark imbeciles.
How many years was her non-compete?
2.
Okay, so we're like 1 year through, something like that, right?
Something like that. So like, honestly, to the day, actually, I was back. I had a conversation.
No comment. Just move on.
I had a conversation.
I remember.
Yeah.
Move on.
So
yes,
and it was like, oh, this is what was done to you. That stinks. How is that legal? And then like, I imagine she's gonna have stuff to say eventually. And then them two, look at them, good looking couple. Like they're gonna have like, they're going to have like a way to really get on these people's nerves in a 2-pronged attack. They get to get the racism off. They get to get the sexism off. They get to wave the fucking Fed flag. They get to do, they're going to AEW. I hate to break it to everybody here. She's going to be in AEW. The AEW bad shit. Oh my God. And then the thing is, Ricochet don't give a fuck. That's what these people don't get. He will keep fighting with y'all.
Like a part of his character since he's been in AEW is to be a fucking troll online.
Like,
and he's been good at it. Like outside of, well, this might have been before he got there, but like outside of like the Kendrick Lamar stuff, like he's been pretty good. He's been thoroughly entertaining on Twitter, yeah, or X, whatever you want to call it.
And this is how you know. Like I think these people are lying. When Ricochet was in WWE, I don't think you could ever sell him as a world champion, right?
No.
Ricochet could win the AEW championship tomorrow, and everybody would be like, "All right, let's run it up."
Well, yeah, he's taller than he's as tall as MJF.
Yeah. So like, and he has the respect, I think, of the audience, and like,
yeah,
obviously, like what went on with him before WWE, like we were there, man. I watched New Japan. A lot of people know him from Lucha Underground.
Yep.
PWG. All the indies evolve.
Look, like, man. For
this
those,
this is a worldwide legend.
For those that talk about like Triple H on the main roster and his showcasing of black male single stars, Velveteen Dream, Keith Lee, Ricochet, those guys were superstars in NXT. I don't know what happened when he got the main roster job, but he was pushing Ricochet like a god. Like, so he was in that top 6 for sure. So yeah, man, like, yeah, I just he was that kind of special in his athletic prime. Obviously, he appears to be past that, but he's still a great wrestler. So yeah, like I read that stuff and I see it as somebody that recognizes, like, I can't do the stuff I used to do. I've had to change. I've had to adapt and change, and that's great. But like my peak, the last of my prime, where I could have been, best in the world to match my talents at that time. We're kind of
stole it from him.
Yeah.
Like they robbed me.
It's like you wasted my time. It sounds like a woman's R&B album. You wasted my time.
Damn.
Prime years of my life. Down the drain. So yeah, like, look, I appreciate
Dragon Gate, yes, as well. Like, bro, do you remember the first time?
You ever seen it at Pac? His shit with Pac?
Yes, like he looks like a completely different. Like it's like this.
Yes, hair.
Yeah. Do you remember? I think we might have watched it at my old apartment in Palm Harbor. The fucking Yuha Nation versus Ricochet match in Dragon Gate.
I've never seen Apollo Crews. Yeah,
bro,
fucking incredible.
Like
that's why he mentioned him. That's why he mentioned Apollo in the thing.
That's like why these niggas are like, they know they're them, and the only people that don't know they're them are y'all. And the thing is that you don't know because the company didn't let you know.
Right. And there's also this part, right? As you mentioned, right? Both companies, both sides, whatever else, before AEW, between the PWGs, the Evolves, right? All the indies, New Japan, whether it's Dragon Gate or Noah or New Japan, like, all these people know each other. And all of them have seen each other, been around, seen what the best of the best can do. And all of them have multiple years of wrestling before they even get to being, getting paid, right? So they know who the best guys were, right? So it's kind of like, yeah, if you are him and you go to NXT and they showcase you like you finna be one of the next guy, like the future is now, and he's also at the right age, like, right, great physique, spectacular athlete, does stuff that other people have never seen on the main roster, conventionally handsome. He was a can't miss guy. Like, I remember when he first got there and they were doing the Blackishay stuff. They brought him up as tag team, right? They brought up Malachi Black and Aleister Black and Ricochet together after they had that awesome match in New York to send them off to main roster. And they get to WrestleMania and they're in a multi-person tag match and they lose tag match. I was like, nope, that don't look good. And then from there, after that, it just got worse and worse and worse for both of them. And I remember Meltzer on was on radios be like, guys are like, I can't believe they're not doing anything. Ricochet, he's can't miss.
I remember he had to put over Riddick Moss that one time in Brooklyn, and I was like, what are they doing? And this is peak senile Vince at that time, and it was like, I mean,
and what makes it even more fucked up is, right, I don't know what Apollo Crews last time I seen him, right? But the last time I saw him was when they gave him a fucking spear and then told him to put on the accent, tap into a Nigerian caricature. I ain't seen him since.
Yeah. He put over Slapjack as well. I remember that.
Slapjack.
Retribution. The nigga from the Mighty O'Neil that was in that bitch.
Was that Shane Thorne?
I believe it was.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, Ricochet really pissed off a loud group of fucking losers who have no concept of anything beyond the World Wrestling Federation. And it's just like, you see this.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's frustrating because that's what most of these talks are. It's for me, it's constantly, how do we talk to these people? Or how do we know, are they operating in good faith? And if they are operating in good faith, how do I not come off like the like the biggest hipster snob to be like, hey man, trust me, I want to hold your hand and be like, you need to, here's a link to this match, here's a link to that match. This is the stuff he was doing before he got here. And this is what he's doing now. Do you see the difference? Or are we pretending? Because like when people do this stuff, I get to like, I have a hard time. I just see in the timeline I get frustrated because like I tend to like try to operate in good faith. Right. And then, but most people aren't online. They trying to dunk on people. So it's like, all right, man, y'all got it. Like I think that if you like this thing, you would also like this. I could be wrong, but most people that are open-minded about it tend to like this stuff and tend to like it possibly even more. Give it a try. People don't give it a try. They's like, whatever. It's this big thing now of the fracturing of society, where it's like of like monocultural events. So it's like WrestleMania. What the fuck is this other shit?
Yep.
WrestleMania. It's like the people that root for like, Taylor Swift's like out like sell like gates on tours. Like, why do you give a fuck? Like, if you went there and enjoyed it, cool. But like, you're riding the bandwagon for a super capitalist. Like, cool. I know. You like her music. Okay, I get that. But like, rooting for I don't know what you liking her music has to do with how well it sells.
Yeah.
Weird. And that's been this thing over the last decade or so about like entertainment stuff. Like, it's this: is it good or is it not? Are you media literate or are you not? Or are you just following the fallacy of popularity? And it's like, all right, man, cool, man. Like, I like AJ Styles, I like Gunther, I like Cody, I like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and the like. But like, when they don't do good wrestling, I can say they don't do good wrestling. When I see y'all just pretend. Oh, y'all didn't watch that show? I didn't watch that show. Y'all missed that. Y'all missed night one of WrestleMania. Huh? Okay. All right. Cool. It's always so strange, man.
Yeah. Ricochet gonna keep pissing people off, and I hope he gets a raise.
Watching them too.
What? One more time, James?
And if AEW started being bad, I stopped watching them too altogether. I would be like, oh, I'll check in for Evolution or whatever else. But they're doing good shows right now.
And speaking of that, last night